And I want to talk now, Father Matthew, about St. Joseph as head of the Holy Family, as we hear said in the Litany of St. Joseph. It's interesting to see this head of the Holy Family because headship is something that many people balk at when we talk about men, and specifically husbands and fathers, being the head of the family. So how can we understand this better as being the same teaching it's always been in the church as fathers being the head of the family, yet difficult to swallow in 2020?
Yeah, it is. And I'm really glad that you're just tackling this head on, Tim Marie, because I think it's very important. This is a very important title and role of St. Joseph, being the head of the Holy Family. It's also very clear. So check this out, Tim Marie. I mean, some people, when they hear head of the Holy Family, that, or head of a family, that husbands are supposed to lead the family, they somehow imagine that it's all about authoritarian leadership, that it's about a power play. Some people read, say, Ephesians 5:21 and hear about subordination and hear about obedience, and they think these are antiquated ideas or something like that. Here's what really strikes me, Tim Marie, especially with the example of St. Joseph. Is St. Joseph better than Jesus and Mary? Of course not. I mean, of course, in every way. St. Joseph would be the first one to say that Mary is holier than I am, right? Mary is more beautiful than I am. He would be the first one to point out that Jesus is more important than he is, that Jesus is, his role is more significant, obviously, far more significant. In other words, to be head of the Holy Family is not some comparison game. It's not some way to hold power over Mary and Jesus. It is fundamentally a role of service. It's a role of sacrificial love. Joseph was called to lead the Holy Family, to make decisions in a position of authority, yes, but not as an authoritarian leader, but rather as somebody entrusted with a grave responsibility to make decisions about important matters. And that's what it's about, Tim. It's about people have been given authority in certain positions. We know this in politics is the case, and we know that this is the case in families. We know it's the case in different positions in the church. Does it mean that those people somehow can lord it over others? No, it's a way that we're called to serve and to give our life for the growth of other people, just as St. Joseph served and gave his life for Mary and Jesus. I don't think you can get any clearer than that, because it's so obvious that St. Joseph lived his life in order to highlight the beauty and the grandeur of Jesus and Mary, and that's what fathers are called to do in the world also, to lead, but also to make known the beautiful virtues of their children and their wives.